Hello, soul travelers. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video for you guys. Like, I made a tarot video. But yes. This is where I share my experience and things I've learned to help you on your spiritual journey while I continue to grow on my own. So today we're talking about growth through speaking your truth. But before I get into the video, I'm going to do a card of the day for you guys. We'll really a card for the energy of this read, okay? Spirit, let me have a card for this video. We're talking about growth and speaking our truth today. So let's have a message before we get into the message. What does everybody need to know today? Ooh, okay, so we got the Hierophant today. All right, guys, this card is all about higher learning, seeking your higher truth. Speaking what you know, speaking your knowledge, speaking your truth. All right, so that's amazing. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Okay, well, we're going to be discussing how speaking your truth is a form of growth. It can be evidence of your growth, but more importantly, it's an opportunity for growth. All right. So what am I talking about? How many of us has went along with something based on what we believe is expected of us, or what others think, or what others is expecting us to do, and it's not really resonating with us? Okay, we appear fighting with ourselves and our mind, because when we do something that does not resonate with us or to please others or for whatever reason, we're suppressing our spirit when we're trying to do the right thing by what the right thing, the right and wrong societal standards, okay? We're suppressing ourselves when we go with that and go against what we really feel inside. Because when you feel something in your spirit, your body's going to speak up, okay? Anxiety, heaviness, like in your chest and your stomach, fatigue, feeling really tired, physical pain, headaches. You might feel really hungry, like you can't get enough to eat because you're trying to soothe this, or you might not be able to eat at all. Other ways we can recognize this besides physical symptoms is a lot of times when we feel something in our spirit and we're trying to go against it, we'll start arguing in our head against ourselves and trying to justify it and make a logical reason why we should do this thing or not do this thing when our spirit is telling us different. Okay. And the way that this helps us grow when we speak our truth, the thing is to fight and push through all of that. And we fight and push through all of that. We open in our throat chakra. We're growing because we're learning how to hear our own voice, our own inner voice over others, and we're allowing it to be heard, okay? And that in itself is growth for us, especially those of us who have a hard time doing that. Now, some of y'all throat chakra and all of that part is too wide open. And y'all got to learn how to discern when to be able to speak and when it's not. But that's a whole other subject. Today we're talking about growth through speaking the truth, okay? Our truth. So I'm going to share my experience with you that led me into make this video. Okay, so y'all know on August 8th, the portal opened, the Lionsgate portal or whatever. Let me tell you, it opened some stuff. All right, I have a teenage son. He's 15 years old. He's been living with my dad and my stepmom for the last 6 years, okay? That's a long story of how that came to be, but anyhow, he's been acting up, showing out, okay? My dad, my stepmom, they give him everything he needs, everything he wants, and they've taken great care of him. But this little boy sent my father a horrible text message, okay? He's been acting out, he's been smoking weed behind their back, he's going off, okay? Y'all know how teenagers do. Anyway, so my dad came to me and was like, look, it's time for him to come be with you. It's time for him to come live with you. I can't handle it no more. So me and my husband sat down at the table with my dad. Now, mind you, my dad and husband don't rock like that. So for my father and my husband to sit down at the same table, eating together, talking together about my son, this is something in itself. This is crazy. So we agree, you know, we sit down, we work out the logistics or whatever. My son's coming, boom, cool, okay. I'm nervous. I'm having anxiety. I'm like, ooh, okay, all right. My teenage son about to come live in the house with us. It's about to shake everything up, you know. Because my son is an Aquarius. He is very independent, very rebellious. You know, he's gonna do his thing. So the next day, I told my sister, informed her what was going on, you know, because she's very close with my son and she's his aunt and all that. Next thing you know, there is a huge argument between me, my sister, and my son, because my son and my sister had decided that he should live with her. And me, you know, trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm like, no. You know, I'm trying to be mama, you know, put my foot down. Like, no, you're not going to stay over there because, you know, I don't feel that you can be monitored the right way, all of this stuff. You know, you're coming here. And I mean, this goes on for like 2-3 days. You know, my stepmom's over here and my dad's like, yeah, you need to put your foot down and, you know, make him come be with you because you're his mama. You know, he needs some discipline, all this. My husband is saying the same thing they're saying. My other sister's saying the same thing they're saying. While my one sister he wants to go live with and him are coming at me, firing off on me with these well-packaged arguments. I mean, there are great arguments as to why he should live with her. I'm not going into all the details. However, I was just in a place like I was so torn, y'all. I was so torn. And like, I just keep on thinking about all the, well, you know, I'm thinking about, well, if he lives with me, this and this and that. And I keep running through all the logical stuff, the practical reasons. And also I'm like really in my ego because I'm really feeling like I'm in a competition almost. Like, you're not going to win against me. You're going to do what I say. You know what I mean? But the whole time that we're making all these plans for him to come and live, and me and my husband are discussing this back and forth every time, and I just keep feeling this anxiety in my chest and this heaviness in my stomach, and I'm just like, oh man, I mean, after hearing my sister's arguments and hearing my son's arguments, and then with the way I felt, I'm like, inside, I'm like, man, I really feel like it would be a better situation for him to live with my sister. But I have my ego telling me, you're a bad mom if you do that, you know. And then my spirit's like, yeah, but, you know, if where everyone's going to be happier and everything like that. Because my sister is she's a really good person. And I feel like her and my son, they really vibe, you know. And I'm just fighting with myself, guys, for days. And then on that third day, I woke up and I decided in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm tired of holding my voice in. And I have told everybody that I'm going to take him on. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to give in, you know. And so I'm sitting there like, oh, man, I can't change my mind now. If I change my mind now, you know, it's like I gave in and then I'm disappointing everybody and stuff like that. But I just couldn't shake this heaviness and my heart palpitating in my chest and all this. So I finally just decided, okay, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm going to make the decision that I know and that I feel is right. But then it was another thing to actually come out of my mouth, tell my husband, tell my stepmom, tell my father, you know, and then go to my son and tell him because I'm feeling like that I don't want to be vulnerable with him, right? So I told my husband first. And then I ended up telling everybody else. And then by the end of the day, like peace was restored. I felt my chest felt so much lighter. I felt so much lighter. And I was just had a little bounce in my step. And I just, like the tension between me and my sister was gone because we had it out. And we had never had a fight in like 23 years that she's been alive. I'm 10 years older than her. So, y'all, I'm telling you, when something do not sit right with you in your spirit, speak up. Speak your truth, because I'm telling you, in the long run, you trying to fight yourself is going to hurt you so much more. And this is truly like a place of growth for me, because I've always had this issue when it comes to pleasing everyone else, or doing the right thing, what I think is supposed to be right. I'm a Capricorn, you know, we try to be conventional. We try to fit in, go along with the status quo. We don't want to stand out. We don't want to be seen as a pariah or whatever, you know. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to share with y'all, and I wanted to encourage you to speak your truth, no matter how hard it might seem, because the alternative is harder. It's so much harder to live with that heaviness on you. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all like this message, and y'all can hit my link in the description box below if you want to book a personal tarot reading with me, the Soul Traveler. That's all I have for y'all today. I'll see you at the next stop.